Hello, sir. Here we are at the introduction of the alliances. So, could you tell us what are the alliances, two different alliances you had here, and what is the expectation in the future?
Yeah, we come up with two new alliances, and that's the announcement we have made today in Auto Show in Delhi. I would say that's on 6th of February. One alliance is on lightweighting. This is with a company called Far, FAR. It's a UK-based company which specializes in lightweighting. It could be through carbon composites. It could be carbon plus glass. It could be even adding some aluminum to it. The purpose is if we can make it lighter. With present CAFE norms, which would be required to be met very soon, there would be a challenge. And to reduce CO2, and the best way to reduce CO2 is to make your product lighter. That means to reduce the size of the engine. That means to reduce the fuel consumption and hence less emission. So our target is, well, in a vehicle you can look at 100-150 kilo easily weight reduction. You can work on the chassis, you can work on some components, and that's what the objective is. This company has an experience. Far has got a team of 15 to 16 bright engineers, and out of 6 are PhD guys.
Yeah.
Because the strength of this is how good you design a product. While designing a product, you have to ensure that it is highly optimum, because carbon composite is expensive. So you have to judicially look at how do you use this carbon composites. And right now, none of the companies have made that for commercial use for a low-cost cars, and that's what we are attempting.
Yeah. So, looking at upcoming BS6 and electrification, is this keeping in mind when you're doing it, the alliances? Do you keep this in mind?
Definitely. See, BS6 is done now. I think it's about to get produced. Next month, I think BS6 would be in a big number in production. But see, BS6 is particulate matter. It's NOx levels. Well, it doesn't have CO2 to that extent like CAFE covers, CAFE norms cover it.
Yeah.
So now the next challenge for Indian industry would be CAFE norm. And the product what we're talking about, both these products, will help in reducing CO2 emission.
Yeah.
This will help in greenhouse gas emission. Hence, this would be effective for CAFE norm.
Yeah.
So looking at the CAFE compulsion, we are saying right time to bring these two products to the Indian market.
Yeah. And how this product, if you look at the Indian market, how this product will help ANAND company, the company?
Well, obviously, if we are able to launch this product to the satisfaction of the customer, the biggest challenge is price today. The price could be carbon composites are expensive. We need to select a product.
Yeah.
Maybe I would say we should go beyond a product. We should look at a system. What this product gives you is you don't need to weld. You can join it with some chemical. It gives you strength, what you get as in a welded joint. You can bolt them. You don't need to paint them. Its corrosion capabilities are much more. So I'm saying that it's not only reducing the weight, it's also reducing the processes.
Yeah.
It's also reducing the tool cost, investments. So total cost of ownership in this product, I believe, is going to be equal than what they have today with the steel company. And that's the reason I'm confident we should be able to get into this segment.
Is it making in India? Is it 100% make in India?
It would be, well, we have to import the carbon fibers as a raw material. But other than that, yes, it would be all made in India. That's the reason we are investing money to set up a shop to make it in India locally.
Do you think there is a difference in when it comes to global market and Indian market? Now the trend is happening that making India products are more acceptable than the global product, and that is why the alliances and the types happening where the global market is also coming to India with the alliances.
See, look at Anand approach. If you pick up any of the Anand company, we've never been a manufacturing company. We've never been a component company. Our focus has been that we will bring a system to our automotive. The moment it is a system, That means we have to bring designing capability.
Yeah.
So to me, if you do not have a designing capability, you cannot be a manufacturer for a long time.
Yeah.
Your competition will kill you. Some part of the world, they will have a cheaper way of producing.
Yeah.
So the best option is to design, learn how to design.
Yeah.
We at ANAND Group, we have seen all our design teams. The basic knowledge may come from Europe or from Japan or from US,
Yeah.
but it has to be seen that it meets Indian conditions. Indian conditions are different.
Yeah.
You can't pick up a product from Europe and just launch
Just
in India.
launch
It will be
in
a
India, yeah.
disaster.
Yeah.
So that is where you need engineering capability and the cost part.
Yeah.
Indian customer is very, very cost sensitive. Value. I would not say cost sensitive. He is looking for high value.
Yeah.
And that's where these engineering people get that value. They bring the value to the product.
Yeah.
So
So when we speak to foreign OEMs, the global market, they say the condition, Indian condition, is the only Indian companies can give us that compared to the global companies. Do you think this is the factor, the Indian conditions,
100%.
where the customers want something related to Indian conditions, where the product in the foreign countries won't work here?
It's a psyche. See, every country, people, culture, they got their own psyche.
Yeah.
Prior to moving into this position, I was also managing director of Male Anand Thermal, which was at that time where we were making car air conditioners. They still do. And a car air conditioner in Europe and in India is different from the way in Europe, customer says, I don't want air coming to me.
Yeah.
The moment air comes out of the vents, it diffuses.
Yeah.
And an Indian customer says, I need a blast on my body, on my chest, on my face.
Yeah.
See the major difference. If you bring a very good air conditioner from Europe, it would fail, it would be disaster.
Yeah.
But if you design a product, I need to see that I need to give a blast of air on his face to convince. So yes, Indian conditions are different. Some people, even in India, when they launch the cars, I remember they had that electrical window
Yeah.
at the front,
Yeah.
and the rear person had a manual way.
Yeah.
So the driver would press a button,
Yeah.
and the occupier would say, I need to, and that was the conflict.
Yeah.
Obviously, Detroit person could never understand
Yeah.
that even a small car has a driver in India. I've seen nanos being driven by driver.
Yeah.
So it's a different market.
Yeah.
The roads conditions in India, it's
Yeah.
different.
So what is the growth and what are the
Financial Express is also waiting for you. Sorry. If you can.
what is the growth and what are the challenges?
Growth in
Alliances or the company, looking at the company.
See,
what is the growth area you
growth,
see?
there are different ways. If you have to look at the existing components, if I look back, ANAND Group, we had a number of joint ventures in 90s.
Yeah.
That was after the economy opened up. Well, now we realize that we need to come up with innovative products.
Yeah.
So, well, innovative products do take time because you have to search for it.
Yeah.
You have to have conviction in it. You have to have confidence before you really take it forward. And well, you do carry a lot of some risk also in this.
Yeah.
So you put some money into it, it doesn't work. It's like a startup.
Yeah.
And we are scouting for another 3 or 4 such products
Yeah.
today. That's what our purpose is. It's another, by the year end, we should have another 3 more alliances.
So thank you so much for talking to Auto Companies India and good luck with your alliance.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you.